you guys, welcome back to my garden. In today's video we're getting ready to plant up a beautiful trio of containers. So I was out here and I'm just gathering my plants and some of the things that I may or may not be using in these containers. I kind of know the vibe that I want to set for these containers that I'm going to be planting up. So let's go ahead and get some of our plants together, then we'll start potting up our plants. And by the way, look at how gorgeous these beauties are. Look at that. Focus, focus, focus. Yes. And so I have this beautiful display of various plants and flowers. Some of them I may or may not use, but I'm excited because we're going to be planting up the containers that's going to grace a table, okay? And so what we have are these beautiful clay pots here. So we have these beautiful ceramic pots. What I like to do, I like to get my containers in a pair of 2 or 3. Now, sometimes when I get my containers in a pair of 2, they'll be the same size. And that's what I've done here. I have 2 containers that's the same size and I have them stacked up here. And then I have another container, the same exact design, but this one is actually smaller. Now, glazed ceramic, I would not recommend you keeping this out in your garden throughout the season. So these will be brought in before the first hard freeze. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on these. So let's go ahead and start with our first beautiful planter, okay? So I'm going to be using some perennials and annuals, or let's say this. Zonal geraniums. I love to use them in my planters because here's the thing. I always talk about saving money with planters, and you can actually bring zonal geraniums inside of the house and overwinter them. Or in a heated garage, just somewhere where it gets a little bit of light. Some people say they need to go dormant, but actually you guys, these grow and these come from Africa. So just put 2 and 2 together, okay? I'm going to use a little bit of biotone in here because I am using a perennial plant, and then I'm also going to use my slow release fertilizer. Now, the slow release fertilizer, I use these in my containers. I add them every 6 to 8 weeks, and then I also come in weekly and use a weekly fertilizer, water soluble, because in order for your plants to put on this display, it takes a lot of energy. So you have to give your plants fuel in order for them to perform. So now the first plant I'm going to use is a perennial. This is a perfect Profusion Salvia. It's a proven winner's plant. And I'm going to just nestle it in around the base here. And I'm going to actually keep it a little bit centered, you guys. So I'm actually done. I got the planters planted up and I was getting ready to go over the plants, and it started raining. I was able to get some footage of what everything looked like. As though the rain has calmed down, let's go back outside and talk about these plants real quick, and so you guys can get a good look of what they look like, and then we'll talk about the specs of the perennials, okay? So we have our perfect Profusion Salvia here. It's a beautiful perennial plant, and now that the sun has come down, the color is really showing through. Now, because this is a perennial, I'm saving money because I'm using it in a container display, and then once I get tired of this or I want to do something different, I can go in then and I can swap this out, put this into my landscape, and do something different with the plants up underneath, okay? So I pretty much did, in the larger containers, I did every other one, a coral, so it's a Presto, it's a Proven Winners Presto geranium, and I alternated that with a white geranium. And so the geraniums, you guys could actually save money by bringing your geraniums in, overwintering them, and then placing them back out into the landscape the next season. The things that I try to show you guys is some of the practices that I use in my garden to save me money, so that way when I want to buy those big beautiful concrete pieces, I have money left in my budget to do such. But to each his own. I'm just telling you guys what I do in my garden. And so this container, the smaller one, I did do a little bit different. So in this one, what I did is I bumped the salvia up to the back, and then I only put the geraniums to grace the front of the container here. So I have a geranium here, then I have a white, and then a salmon color, and this smaller container is not going to be sitting with the other container right now. In my mind, I'm not going to have them sitting together, but I'm very satisfied with this display of pots. I left a little bit of space in here for them to fill out, so you see I have space here, space here. I did not opt to use a foliage accent because I want this to look like a beautiful bouquet of flowers, and I think I achieved this here because even now, you know, we don't even have our luxurious show for our geraniums, and these are going to get beautiful. They're going to be filled with blooms, and I can't wait to update you guys on these beauties. You guys, it has started back raining, and the guys did go ahead and put me up some coverage here, so I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful for them for helping me out to get this video finished. Let me know what you guys think about this container. What do you think about the colors here? I'm getting ready to try to get in this house. I don't think I'll get in there without getting too wet, but it's okay. It's part of the game when you're working out in your garden. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.